That was a dope start. You know what I'm saying? Up close, you know what I'm saying? In person was good, y'all. Let's get ready. We in here. Mike Crispy, check.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it ain't.
Scully, Lasko,
What it always is, what it ain't, what it gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
all that. You already know. We back. Midwest Coast Podcast in the building. You know what I'm saying? I got my co-host Lasko Bills. Shout out C Wood. He's off doing daddy shit. You know what I'm saying? And family shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that young man. You feel me?
That nigga old.
Definitely old. You know what I'm saying? He's older than me and I'm older than him.
That's hilarious. Oh, he's older than you and you're older than me. Got you. I thought you were
saying. No. He's older than me and I'm older than him.
Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping on what I heard.
By age, I'm older than him. By lifestyle, he's older than me.
Right.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. But what's good? What's good? You know, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of shit going on in the media. Obviously, Russia and Ukraine going crazy. You know, we got to debunk a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that y'all are being told that ain't real. So we got to get into that. Anybody paying attention on the internet to Clubhouse and all of that shit, you already know that the main topic of conversation all the time is snitching and paperwork and stuff like that. So we're going to get into that. What is really for real snitching? Like some shit that you're supposed to die over or get fucked over for. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. We're going to get into that. And then, shit, we can start light though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I saw the dunk contest. I'm sure they spoke about it on Finish Strong this past week, so y'all check that out. But that shit was so disappointing, bro.
Boo-boo.
That was one of the worst dunk contests I've ever seen in my life, fam. And then like that shit was garbage. And then so it just made me go back and watch all the old fire ones, like from 2016 and the Vince Carter shit and all of that. I had to go back and be like, okay, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be.
I actually had some sympathy for the niggas for a second because it's like, man,
they was trying. I mean,
it's like, damn, niggas done did a lot of great shit. What more can you do? And then I go on Instagram, see this fucking 14-year-old nigga dunk coming from like the baseline,
going stupid.
I'm like, oh no, these niggas just bullshitted.
Mm-hmm.
Or they chose a bunch of in-game dunkers. There's a different, like, the reason why LeBron James never did it because he's an in-game dunker.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they just didn't know they was in-game dunkers. I don't know, but that shit was true.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, because you got to think, too, like a lot of niggas was going for like alley-oop type dunks and wasn't missing the catches and all of this type of shit.
Do that.
I was going to say, you don't be catching oops during the games, nigga. Like, so why you trying to do that shit now? Like,
it made me feel like you can practice, but they have to have practice.
You would think.
But what I was so disgusted. This is nigga Cole Anthony put on some fucking Timberland boots and thought this shit was about to blow niggas' mind. You about to dunk with some Timbs on. Bro, you're a fucking professional. You should be able to dunk with weights on at this point. You made it to you a professional, my nigga. What the fuck Timberland supposed to mean, my nigga? Unless you about to do a 360 aerial spin in the motherfucking air, dog. Fuck them Timberlands, my nigga. Come on, dog. Hey, Greg, get your son, man, because that shit was bullshit.
Fam.
That shit was bullshit.
That shit upset me. But the 3-point contest was good.
I ain't check it out.
The game was good.
The game was great.
You know what I'm saying? My nigga Steph going stupid. That was
50 ball.
With just ridiculous threes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody already talked about all that. So I just shout out to Steph. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LeBron for the game winner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a garbage ass All-Star weekend. But I am happy that it's over though, so now I can actually get into the NBA because I always wait till after All-Star weekend to actually like pay attention. Mm-hmm. Like before that, it's usually just like for entertainment. I'm just watching the game because it's on type shit. But now I'm like paying attention. Yeah, I'm like, all right, who going to the playoffs? Who doing this? Who, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So now I'm paying attention. I'm locked in. So
Bulls to the championship, baby. You already know how we rock it.
Shit, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That might be the case.
Number 2 in the East, baby. They was number 1 the other day and they lost. Shit, but they number 2 in the East.
And then I think Chris Paul got hurt, didn't he? He out of Phoenix right now, so
he should be back in a couple weeks, but yeah,
okay.
Damn thumb injury. That shit.
But that's I was gonna say that's gonna hurt their record, maybe though, because Devin Booker he can't do it by himself. It don't look like he was struggling out there the other day.
Yeah, but like
he was doing his thing still. He was hitting, you know what I'm saying. But when it's just you doing your thing, like
hey, that's the quarterback for real, bro. Really got to be set that shit up.
Yeah.
Niggas. But since he been out, they won more than they lost for sure. But it's a different dynamic without Chris Paul. They need Chris to go to the chip for sure.
For
to
sure.
The ship. You know what I'm saying? Without they not going back to the chip without him.
Nah.
You know what I mean? I don't even know if they're gonna go to the chip this year. The way the East looking like everybody in the East looking like.
And it ain't been like that in forever. Where the
like
East was stronger than the West.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't been like that probably since the 90s, bro.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they're stronger than the West right now, but I know they're.
But at least they're competitive now.
It's competitive. It's definitely competitive.
So,
it's a good chance it's going to be another Eastern championship this year. An Eastern championship, a champion this year.
Yeah.
But I'm still going for the Bulls. If not the Bulls, I'm always rocking with James Harden, baby. You already know Philly. You know what I'm saying? We get in that thing.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at that at all. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked Phoenix, actually, believe it or not. Like, even way before I lived here, before I knew I was ever going to live here. Like, back when he was KJ and Dan Marley and them niggas and Charles Barkley and shit. Like, I was.
Them niggas must have been rough. I ain't never thought about Phoenix.
Yeah, because you know what it was NBA Jam.
Okay.
When that video game came out, I got familiar with Dan Marley. Yeah, it was Dan Marley and Kevin Johnson. Mm-hmm. And you know what it was too? Actually, my dad had a homeboy who passed away when I was real young who looked like Kevin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? The basketball player. Like, and I think his nickname might have been KJ. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that just like makes it stick with me a little bit. So it was like, all right, Pistons, obviously, because we from Detroit, the family cheers for the Pistons. All right, cool. The Bulls are the ops because Jordan don't fuck with the Pistons. Okay, cool. Even though I secretly love Jordan, I can't tell nobody. All right, got it. Boom. I need another team. So then it was the Magic because of Shaq, you know what I'm saying? And then Phoenix because of Thunder Dan and them, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I've been a Phoenix fan since back then, you know what I'm saying? And then when Steve Nash came, then that was a resurgence. Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, them niggas was doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And now they got a new crop. So it's like they always have a decent team like that could do something.
It's the furthest they actually.
Yeah. It's the furthest though. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to see it, you know what I'm saying?
I think they're going to do it. I don't know about this shit. I would hope it's this shit. That'd be cool. You know, I want Chris to get one.
Yeah.
Immediately. You know what I'm saying? And
then the Pistons doing their thing too, because they got all them young boys that came out and they gunning. So it's like, trying. I don't think they're gonna do it this year. I don't even think they're gonna do it next year. But I think if the squad
within the 5 years,
that's what I was gonna say. If they stick together,
yeah, I'm about to say they'll have a squad within 5 years, and then I think if they do it right within 5 to 7, they can goddamn take one.
I say 3 to 4. If this squad stays together and they build around them, yeah, because it's nothing but rookies and sophomores basically, like their whole starting lineup. So it's like, yeah, you can just build around that shit.
Yeah, they need a little bit more experience, a couple of veterans, and barring any injury and barring that these niggas actually live up to the potential. That'd be the thing. Because they young, like you said, they freshman and sophomore and first year, second rookie and second year players. So it's like it's a chance that motherfuckers turn out to be Ja Morant, you know what I'm saying? But then it's a chance nigga turn out to be, with all respect to Zion Williams, the nigga injured all the time, nigga goddamn can't not eat a fucking poor boy sandwich every fucking day and lose some fucking weight to play. Like, it's all this shit. Know what I mean? So within 5, if barring both of those, keep them niggas together, add like, I don't even know what the fuck. I know K that nigga. I don't really know their team that well to say who, but let's just say this would make sense if KD go there or some shit, like one of them type players. You know what I'm saying?
Like somebody who's an older vet who maybe at one time was a superstar, maybe is still, maybe not no more, but has the mental.
Right. Yeah, because with that, it's really just all about the mental. Like I said, you got that.
Work smarter, not harder.
I'm trying to think of an older nigga that Deion Waiters could get on that motherfucker and help them niggas out. What's Joe Johnson coming that motherfucker help them niggas out. It's like those type, exactly how you said, those type niggas. And they need one of them, and they need another beast. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the beast is except K. I think K gonna be doing something.
Yeah, K nice. He nice.
Get another nigga like I was saying. I know this one happened, but like Donovan Mitchell type shit, you know what I'm saying? To go to, man, that's stupid because but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just somebody of that caliber.
Yeah.
To take them to the next level.
Exactly. Just how they got Chris and Book, and they got Antetokounmpo and got down really Drew and Middleton. Yep. Like you need that right now because you need that. You know what I'm saying? It could be this. It could be the other nigga that's hard on their team, but that they got to grow to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now, if
yeah.
they can just get somebody there, they might be able to do it faster, and then let that other nigga, let them the two young boys grow up alongside this whoever the superstar is, and then
Yeah.
then now you really got a squad. So, but I think they're gonna be straight for sure. But right now, I think going with I'm going with Chicago team.
That shit, man. You know what? Like I've been
Bears to the Super Bowl next year.
I've been gave all that up with my family, you know what I'm saying? And I had to just go on and beef with my mom for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. I like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And she was like even to this day, I can't stand Jordan. Like, so.
Damn.
But it's back. I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying? We were squabbing with them like during the playoffs. Like, remember Mike said I had to go back and put on weight. Them niggas was out there playing football, nigga. Man. Yeah, bad boys, nigga.
Soon as that's my favorite basketball team. Old and new is the Bad Boys. I after I saw the documentary as a kid. It's my favorite sports documentary other than Joe Namath. Joe Namath sport football is life shit is fucking incredible. He made me. This nigga was on the sideline with a mink, nigga. Get y'all shit together, blood. But look, so this nigga, who the fuck I just said? Not Joe Namath, the Bad Boys, bro. That once I saw that shit, it was over. I mean, I'm playing as the niggas on 2K when niggas go like old school matches. Mm-hmm. Like I'm deep diving into shit. Like I know names like Dantley,
Adrian Dantley. Let's go.
Adrian Dantley is that nigga, bro. Stanley Johnson, my nigga. Dumars is one of the Dumars is so fucking underrated. Bro,
Michael Jordan admits to this day that's the dude who played. There you go.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go.
We here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Finish strong. We coming on the next one. Fuck it.
Corey been trying to get me on that bitch for the last 2 weeks too. He like, you coming on? He always be coming during AEW time. No, I'm like, I gotta get my wrestling in. You feel me? This is my sport right now.
I don't even know why you ain't got one of them again. You gotta find a nigga that really job. I don't know why you and Eric don't do that.
What, a wrestling podcast?
Yeah,
we could.
Niggas not you need to. You ain't got nothing but time and space. Y'all be on it. Y'all watch all these niggas doing it, and you don't think y'all could. You don't even gotta do it like that for real. Like give updates and shit. But
yeah, no, I'm not doing none of that. Like it's a lot of work, and
I think they work with WWE. Some of them niggas work with WWE.
Yeah, and they just know the sources like who do the news for wrestling and stuff like that, and So I'm not even.
Shit would be more on like some fan shit, like going up, like however it is. I think you can do better. A lot of.
Yeah, I probably could. I probably will do that shit. That's a good idea, actually. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Dame Dash. I know that was random, but he really inspired me today. This nigga be talking his shit, man.
Yeah, he do. He do. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a lot of what he says as hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? If you do it that way, then it can work. Like if you take it literal, then it's like you're gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you just gotta understand the sense of what he's saying more so than the actual like quotes. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some of the quotes be wild, but it's like if you look at the overall picture and the message he's trying to convey, it's like I understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out Dan.
Sometimes I really feel like he'd be dead for real, period. Like, I feel like he.
Oh no, I think he do, and I think he's wrong about that
like
shit.
This is what I did. I ain't like the shit. Like I ain't tell like this was a he like this was one that came out today with Shannon Sharp. You know,
oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Club Shay Shay. Hey,
ain't no problem.
Hey Shannon, bro, we need to get in Club Shay Shay, brother. What's going on, man? You acting funny, bro. So the nigga talking, and he's like, but he just was saying shit like, you make, like I was saying in the car, bro, you make time for what you want to do, bro. Like it's like, cause bro was asking him, so how do you do this? How do you do all this? How do you do all this? You do all the movies. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I make time. I'm not trying. I'm not good at imitation. I don't know how I get that. The nigga was saying like I made time to do the nigga. I don't know what his answer was at that time, but later on in the interview, the nigga hit him with the like, damn, so how you stay so in shape? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I work out. You know what I'm saying? He's you make time to do it. You make time to do what you want. See that, damn, you ain't had to do that. But I see what you see. You make time to do what I see what you're saying. And like it's just that, like that's so poignant. It's like, bro, we really do be having a lot of time in the motherfucking day, and we have so much. If we really want to do it, we gotta goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get too far because we on the podcast. I ain't want to
But
take up the time, but you get what I'm saying. And y'all get what I'm saying.
I definitely do. And I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we started Coffee with Shane, which is live streaming every single day.
Every day, bitch.
7:30 in the morning, California Standard Time, 8:30 in the morning, Arizona Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and wherever you fit in the middle of that, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Add me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch the replays, if you're not going to be awake at that time, or you could just follow the Midwest Coast Network on Facebook. All the video streams go on there as well.
Should already be doing that. Why are you watching this?
And you can catch it live on Instagram as well. You know what I'm saying? The reposts don't go on Instagram because there be some haters right now. You know what I mean? They just don't let me save lives or audio, but you can watch it live and it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bing bong.
The replays, Midwest Coast Network on Facebook.
Bing
yeah.
Bong. And we will be making a Coffee with Shane YouTube. So we're gonna have that shit coming up soon. So y'all got down. We're gonna have clips and shit. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna get this.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 50 episodes off the rip. Like off just boom. Like you get a catalog of episodes right when you subscribe to the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So
now I'm talking about.
So there it is, you know what I'm saying? And then the content comes every weekday, you know what I'm saying?
But like there's gonna be a lot of content.
Mad content. Like, it's mad content. It's
gonna be crazy. Slide that crazy about how we're about to really feed the streets. And I hope you're hungry.
Good segue. Speaking of the streets, there's a couple of issues that have been popping up on the internet and entertainment. And we know in Black culture, a lot of times entertainment and the streets are very meshed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shouldn't be all the time.
Correct. So there's two things, right? One of the things is going to be much easier to talk about. The other one will be much more difficult to talk about, I think, coming from where we come from and coming like as far as like how we live now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be, you know what I mean? So first thing, you want to be part of the show, Juno? The first thing, now you can't have none of this. This is grown-up juice. So the first thing, snitching. It's been a big topic of conversation on the internet. Who's snitching? Who got paperwork? You know what I'm saying? What I want to get into is what is snitching? Because I feel like everybody got a different definition of the shit. And I feel like the shit gets thrown super loosely on shit that ain't really snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as I understand, the original definition of like snitching or ratting on somebody, like the first definition of it was if me and you are doing a crime together,
right,
and we both get caught doing the crime, and they say, yo, Shane, if you put it all on bro, we'll let you out. And he gonna have to take double the time or whatever the fuck. Or no, better example. Let's say we're doing a crime together. You get away, but they know there was two people there. That's a better example. You get away and they know there's two people there. They catch me. And if they like, yo, if you give up old boy who was with you, then we can work with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't say nothing, then you know what I mean, you bold. If I then cooperate to get myself out of trouble, to put you in trouble, that's snitching. 100%. That's ratting. That I don't think anybody disagrees with, right?
Right.
Step it up one notch, right? If you're in the streets doing illegal activities at all with somebody or not. If another person who is also doing illegal activities is doing some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, that's not your enemy. Maybe it is your enemy. Whatever the case is. They're doing illegal stuff. You do illegal stuff. It doesn't cross paths, but you tell on them to get them out of the way. Also snitching.
For sure, snitch.
Take it a step lower than that, too.
Hold on. I'm going to cover all the levels. I'm going to cover all the levels. So that's the original definition. Two or more people do a crime. One person tells on the other ones to get out of it. Second one, telling on anybody else who's doing street things when you also do street things. I think pretty much that's universally agreed upon, those two. Here's where it starts getting tricky. Now I'll give another one that's like more like pretty definitive. If you are actively engaged in a street beef and you get shot and the police ask you who shot you, you're not supposed to say. If you do, that's telling. Because you're actively engaged in a street beef, you know what it is. You catch them or they catch you, you leave the law out of it. Also snitching. Okay, so those are the three, like, for sure, you're telling, no way to even, like, you know what I'm saying, make that pretty. You telling. All right. Here's where it starts getting iffy. Now, you have a situation like the Pooh Shiesty situation, right? Where him and two other dudes get caught up on whatever they got caught up on. And all three of them plead guilty at the same time. And all of their stories match everybody's stories. But in the stories, they name each other. Right? So, like, the three of us do a crime.
Right.
My story says, yeah, Scully and Eric was with me. On Eric's paperwork, it says that he says, yeah, Shane and Scully was with me. And on yours, it says, yeah, Eric and Shane was with me. We didn't tell on each other because that was clearly an agreement, understood. All right, look, we all got to eat this.
Right.
We're going in together, right? That's not telling, right? No. But this is why I say it gets iffy. Let's say all of us get sentenced. You go to jail in Georgia. Let's say he gets sent to Vegas. I get sent to New York. You know what I'm saying? That can happen in the feds easily. They, you know what I'm saying? But that's how they do in the feds, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you in federal prison, like, you can be anywhere. Like, you do not, you know what I'm saying? Like, my big homie, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out Shannon, you know what I'm saying? He's done time out of state. All his crimes are in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he served time out of state, though. Like, so, you feel me? So, that's federal shit, you know what I mean? So, it's like, on that level, that could be a problem, even though the three of us know that we didn't tell on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not there to verify that you didn't tell on Shane and Eric at your jail. Eric is by himself at his jail. So when his paperwork, he's going through his paperwork party. Me and you are not there to be like, nah, he didn't tell on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just going to see the paperwork and say, oh, you told on these two niggas, not understanding that it was a whole thing. So that's where it gets weird at, you feel me? Because on one hand, if you're looking at the paperwork, it looked like you told. And going by the rules of the hood, you know what I'm saying? You read the paperwork and the paperwork is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And we go off paperwork. Right. That's the rule, you know what I'm saying? They do that in prison too. But in that specific of a situation, we're not there to basically verify like there wasn't any telling. Right. But if you go by the paperwork rules, like I said, that looks like telling. But it's iffy, you know what I'm saying? So it's weird in that situation. So it's like, is that snitching still? Like, no, I don't think it is, but like, how do you prove that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get separated or some shit.
I've only seen, I've seen my partner's paperwork before. And from and I just, but like, I've been slick my whole life. My boy ain't never been to goddamn jail. So I've been to jail. I ain't never been to prison or nothing.
Right.
I tell you that, I've been in the holding. I ain't gonna get niggas like to be real. Nigga, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
like you had to pay some money real quick, and they let you write the fuck out type shit. Like, yeah.
That's so funny. Sign myself out. I was like 18 or something. I had no thing. I had to pay shit. Straight signed out.
Oh, that's lit.
It was a noise complaint. Neighbor was hating, bro.
Dog, I got arrested over a noise complaint and had to motherfucking pay to get out of jail.
They had the court day the next morning, like literally. So I stayed up that whole night in there. Then literally had 2-3 hours for the court. We went to court. The judge looked at us and said, "Why is this on my desk?" and threw that shit out.
Oh, nigga.
Because it was bullshit. Like the police didn't even show up. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be the thing too.
You know what I'm saying? Like we probably could have not showed up, but it's good thing we did because they probably would have held us.
That's what happened with me because they sent me a letter and I didn't get it. So they said I missed a court date. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had a warrant out. I was like, oh, this shit, because I was hiding from the police in my apartment complex. They was coming by, knocking on my door, and I'd be at other people's cribs looking at the police at my apartment, looking for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers just on me over a noise complaint. This is crazy. But really, it was a warrant because I had missed court. And I ain't know it. I was like, that's crazy. Because when I went to court, that's when I found out the warrant was for that. I was like, I'm at court. How did I miss court? I'm here right now. Like, there was like, no, it was another court date. I was like, when the fuck was that? Like, got my ass.
Astonished. What? When?
For real, dog. Like, because I came with the bread that I thought I owed to get out of the shit. And then they was like, no, it's like another 400 on top of it if you want to get out today. I was like, oh my God. Like, so I called, you know what I'm saying? Make call. Niggas got me out though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got me out.
That's hard. Niggas was sick.
Niggas got me out, but that shit was, yeah. But anyway, so.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Where the fuck was I?
Yeah, my bad.
I have a question on paperwork.
Okay.
So does the person only get, I understand there's definitely a part of your side, but I'm assuming that there would be like a full description of everything like everything that happened in court from your side, your code of thing, like whatever happened in court. It's a full page, like it's pages of that shit of not just your side. Now I could be wrong, and that's where I would have to ask that, because if there's a full thing, then niggas that's really in feds know how to read paperwork.
Yeah, I'll put it like this.
And plus, and one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
With like, I believe, like you said, we're talking like the thing on the people call it like a factual proffer. It's different from the other type of proffer that implicates that you actually, you know what I'm saying, cooperated or told, from my understanding. That's what I understand.
I'm not sure the specific terms, but one of the situations, basically, I'll explain the difference in the situation. Situation A, where is more along the lines of what we're saying, is when everybody pleads guilty at the same time and everybody's story matches up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Option B is one person pleads guilty before everybody else do, when they're either maybe trying to fight it or they haven't been caught yet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to put yourself in in order to cooperate to get out of the trouble. You have to tell not only everything that you did, but also everything that whoever you did it with.
Right.
And whoever else was involved in anything criminal. So that's when everybody else gets implicated, which is telling. So that's situation B. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the specific terms for each one. But those are the two situations.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what, and I think like if a nigga in the Fed, they got to read your paper. I feel like they would understand. They know how to read paperwork. They would know the difference from the one that's motherfucker telling, or motherfucker where it's like, okay, they all goddamn
said the same
shit. They trying to get up out this bitch. Okay, say let's boom. They really just dies to life sentence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I personally feel like that's would be, if that's the case, I think that's how they would get out of it. I personally feel like a lot of niggas is kind of like, a lot of niggas that talk about it really ain't never really been to the feds, or they're not asking fucking questions. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because like I looked up a nigga's paperwork one time because I just what he told me didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make no sense. I was like, nigga, you was on the news, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so. And the nigga told me, like, because I asked him flat out, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like for whatever, because he was a nigga that had money and shit like that. So a lot of niggas used to like kiss up to him and shit like that. And I was cool with the nigga, but like, I cared about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I asked the nigga, I was like, yo, like, how the fuck you get out of that shit, bro? You was on the news, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What y'all did?
So what he did was, and anybody from high school who's listening to this, y'all know who I'm talking about. What he did was he was part of a robbery ring, right? So they was going to, like, you know, those neighborhoods where they have like new builds and shit, and you can buy the crib and it's already furnished, they already got TVs and all that shit, everything's in it already.
Yeah.
So what these niggas was doing, they was going around robbing the houses before people would move in, you know what I'm saying? And basically like what scammers do now, you know what I'm saying? How they'll get a whole bunch of cell phones or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, with somebody else's credit card and shit, and then get them off to a dude who can sell the phones or whatever. Right. They was basically doing that. So they was getting all the TVs and all the appliances and shit like that, and I'm getting them to people who would move the shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas got caught because they ran up in an NBA player crib. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up on the news. Like I was watching dinner with this nigga and with my mom, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga's picture popped up and I was like, yo, that's the homie. Like, and my mom was like, see, that's why I ain't let you go to that party with him that one time when you was asking to go. Cause I knew, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you ain't know nothing. You just had a good, you had a good hunch though.
That was the same night type shit.
It wasn't the same night. It was like maybe a few weeks like before that. Like he had came by and he was like, you know what I'm saying? He just knocked on the door or whatever. And I was at the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I came down and my mom was like, nah, you ain't going nowhere with that nigga. Like, and so I was like, all right, like, but then that shit ended up happening. And she was like, see?
That nigga probably was trying to get your ass some money. Like, shit, man, I got the little money.
Oh, I know he was. I know he was because we was cool like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know he was, but this is what ended up happening, right? So he, on the news, you know what I'm saying? Ain't been to school in months, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's just like, damn, it's over for bro. Like, you got, you know what I'm saying? We'll hear from this nigga and, you know what I'm saying? We'll get his number or whatever and we'll, you know, be able to put money on his book, shit like that. You know, that's going to be what it is. He probably gonna have to do a few years behind that. This nigga pops up at my job with a few of the homies, like a few months later. I was like, I know the shit that he got into like came with some years. Like, ain't no way, because this was a ring. Like, so there was mad houses that got robbed. It wasn't like one crib that got broke into. It was like 20, 30 houses or some shit like that. So you're going to jail for some time, bro. Unless, you know what I'm saying? So I asked the nigga, I said, bro, how you get out so fast? Nigga said, I got friends in high places. I said, okay.
Oh, God, nigga.
I just turned around and walked away when he said that. I was like, oh, okay, for sure. Turned around, walked away. I look up the nigga's paperwork. So I look up, basically, I just look up the county, you know what I'm saying, where he got arrested at or whatever, and I look up the case, you know what I'm saying, because all that's public shit. Unless you tell, then it's sealed. So I looked up his shit, and everything was there except for the sentencing. I was like, this nigga told. I was like, this nigga definitely told. Why would everything be there except the sentencing? You know what I'm saying? And then all his other cases was there. All his little traffic tickets, all his little DUIs and little bullshit like that. All that shit popped up and I could read all the way through all that shit. Right. I could see when that was dismissed and all of that.
Right.
That one though, that shit stops after a certain point. I was like, that's what that is. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and niggas was around this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it.
You know, niggas love hanging around with the snitches.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like that's flat out telling to me because you know what I'm saying? That's you told on the niggas above you, obviously, to get yourself out of trouble. That's what the fuck happened. So like, that's why you told me you got friends in high places. Yeah, the judge, nigga.
Right.
Yeah. That's your friend now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened, bro. So.
God, for real.
You know what I'm saying? But
the devil, really, you got friends. What they say, friends in low places, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the devil snitch on a nigga. Okay, yeah, that's definitely
But so yeah, like that's why I wanted to bring it up though, because it's mad different variations of snitching, I guess you can say. You know what I'm saying? Now, but like, what's for real snitching? Like,
so at this point in time, you know, you're not really in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not doing any street activities anymore.
You can sit there. That's cool.
You're not doing any street activities anymore.
Nah.
If you saw a crime, would you report it?
Nah, that ain't none of my business. It depends on the crime.
Would that make you a snitch if you did, though?
It depends on the crime.
Now, what crime? See, now, and that's the thing. Some people believe it don't. Some people believe all the way around. I think everybody agrees on, at least if nothing than like specifically happening to a kid.
That's what I'm talking about.
Know what I'm saying? But aside from that,
kids, women, Like
niggas don't even really give too much thought on that because it's like a nigga see a nigga being a bitch and it's like, shit in my bed ain't got nothing to do with me, and which it might not have anything.
Yeah, it don't. But like,
let a female get wet.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying. Definitely not. I don't think that's
Unless
cool at all.
unless
But
she has hands.
really, you couldn't go under it, Juno. You gotta lay down. You gotta lay down so I can get it's caught on your cord, or the cord's caught on your tail. Yeah, see, you doing too much. All right. So I'm thinking, yeah, like, so yeah. Like if it's anything with a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like if it like Amber Alert, you know what I'm saying? If it's an Amber Alert, yo, it's a yellow Beetle with a little girl in the back seat. Okay, that's like probably not that many out there. You know what I'm saying? If I happen to see, you know what I'm saying, a yellow Beetle drive by with the little girl, might call the police on that one because that.
We're not gonna chase down the
yellow
Beetle and be a savior.
No, I'm not doing vehicular homicide to go try to. No, I'm not doing that.
You kind of fucking.
No, I'm not doing none of that. But I might call the boys for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, pretty much outside of that though, it's that shit ain't my business. Whatever's going on over there is what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have any reason to call the police at all ever.
But would that be snitching if you did though? Just want
to.
Because at this point you are a civilian, or is it once you have entered certain street elements or done certain things in the street, you are forever bound to that?
No, I think if you still represent it to any degree, then yes, you are bound to it. But if you like if you were to completely be like if you was a gang member and you was like, all right, I dropped my rag, I'm no longer claiming it, I'm not from here no more, like I'm just a nigga from Columbus, Ohio now, like I'm not from whatever gang, you know what I'm saying? Right. If that's the case, then you can tell, I feel like, and that's, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you still whooping and cousin niggas and you know what I'm saying, throwing up forks and you know what I'm saying, doing all the gang shit, you know what I'm saying, like, then nah, you're still kind of obligated. You know what I'm saying? Because you're portraying a life that doesn't allow that.
Right.
So if you still are gonna participate in it in any degree, you gotta follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I feel that. Quick sidebar, it's so random, but I gotta say it.
All right.
Do you remember when Kanye West out of nowhere started talking about GD and all this shit? Right?
Yes. I do remember that because that's hilarious.
When you look at the doc, there's a video of the nigga like throwing up GD.
Back in the day?
15, 18 years ago. It's almost like everything the niggas ever said is being proven through 20 years of this doc. It's like he's only reason he said this is because
like, nah, bitch, I got evidence, nigga.
And it's almost like
that could be the case, you know what I'm saying?
Not that crazy, or you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that could be the case. That could definitely be the case.
It just when you said forks, it made me think of folk, and it made me think of the sign, which made me think of the sign was thrown up. No, shout out Kanye.
You know and the funny shit is, I've never seen no GDs like discredit him for saying that.
I was waiting for it.
Not one. You know what I'm saying? Like
waiting for
none of them. Everybody was like, "Hey, shit, that's what it is." I was like, "All right, like,
nigga rich. What the fuck? They gonna say whatever. Nigga trying to get on Larry Hoover. What the fuck I'm gonna say?
Or that, right? Shit.
But that shit was just wild. I was like, it's like, you know how, what's the shit called? The intro of the shit. They put it in the intro, and it's real quick too. So you kind of gotta like look, and the nigga hit that bitch right. He did some funny ass face with it too, but it was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But like, when bro was
because it's Kanye before the crash too, so
it might have been right after the crash, but I can't tell. I wasn't looking at his face like that hard. I couldn't tell how puffy it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you know his jaw looks crazy. So
yeah, actually going to that this shit real cool. You know what I mean? Everybody go check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna peep it for sure.
Waiting to the third one to watch all three.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna binge it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm mad I started Orange with the new fucking Ozark. and gotta wait for the you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I should have just fucking waited for all the shit to come
You know
out.
what's so funny? I watched 2 episodes of that first half. Haven't went further than that, so I think I'm not going to. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, you should just wait it out, dog, because you're gonna be sitting there like, nigga, what happens, nigga?
That's how I
Like,
feel now with the Euphoria shit. Like
I gotta start that too.
I saw the whole first season and I saw the second half of this season. I didn't care to watch the first 4 seasons, but it was from 6 because it just got like real, like, oh shit, or 5, maybe 5, whichever one will really get the goddamn going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
From that one, she running a lot, a bit like you do parkour, and like from there to the end is like flame. See what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I mean, a little bit too. Still need a lot of unanswered questions, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what season 3 for.
I feel it.
I can't wait for Atlanta though. Atlanta gonna be crazy. Come back out.
Last season, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Nigga Childish said it's getting weird. That's what he said. Like, he really said that. Like, I didn't.
He said
hear-
he's getting weird.
He said the show is getting weird. So, or like things about the show, or maybe the backgrounds. Like, I'm not sure of the context, but he said it's getting weird. And that's why he quit the show. But like, I didn't read the full quote. It was like a headline. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what he said about it, though. So I am curious, like, what that means. You know what I'm saying? But
whatever it is, I'm on my boy's side.
yeah, for sure. That's the homie. All right. So speaking of that, actually,
Yeah, I'm killing it with these transitions.
yeah, because this is gonna be a funny one too, because I don't even know if this is true, but so you know all the okay, I'll say it like this. Me Too leads to Kevin Samuels and what's the niggas in Florida's name? Fresh and Fit, which leads to all this internet back and forth basically that we see about women being submissive, men wanting dates to equal sex, just all of this toxic ass conversation that's just really extreme on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like men hate women, women hate men, the opposite side ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? All of this, right?
Right.
So the reason why I say it's an interesting transition is because there was a post that somebody said, somebody was like, a lot of black women, and I'm not saying I agree with this. This is what the post said. You know what I'm saying? Let me make that clear off the rip.
Disclaimer.
Super disclaimer. But what it said was a lot of reasons why a lot of black women end up single is because, one, they typically only date black dudes for the most part, and they won't date quote unquote weird black dudes, like the nerdy black dudes or the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, they stick with, even if you're not a street nigga, you still like,
You gotta appear some way.
yeah, like you still at least like have that swag a little bit, or you have that like attitude to a degree, or like there's you blend in with street niggas easy. I'll put it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't one, you blend in, you look just like it. You know what I'm saying?
Watch anime all day. You know what I'm saying? I know a nigga just like that probably watch anime all day, superheroes at your crib, but when you out, like, you know what I'm saying, you appear, you know what I mean, like a quote unquote, you know what I mean, street nigga, I guess.
Well, so I guess that's what they were saying in the post. Like, a lot of black women won't date the nigga who is outwardly cool with, like, yo, I fuck with anime, and I, you know what I'm saying, like, do non-traditionally black shit, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm a nerd. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into that type of shit. Like, black women don't date the black dudes that are like that.
Right.
So that's why a lot of them don't end up with somebody, because like you're limiting yourself on the market basically, because you won't date this type of black dude when they're very much available and willing to date you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of them turn to white girls, and then you end up hating on them for going to the white girl. Childish Gambino was the example that they use. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the weird dude. You know what I'm saying? He's pro-black. He's always fighting for us, blah, blah. But y'all won't fuck with him because he's weird. So he got the white girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was basically the point of the post, right? And one of the girls say again, I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree or none of that shit. I was just saying what the content of the post is for the sake of the transition. Now, a girl said, a black girl or a black woman, she said, basically that she agrees with the sentiment of the post, except that he's a bad example because he identifies as being quote unquote sexually fluid. Like I said, I don't know if that's true or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to him, you know what I'm saying? I'm using that as a transition to continue the street sort of conversation as far as like street rules and shit like that when it comes to gay people, right? This is why I say this is a little bit tougher to discuss because Shane G, Lasko Bills, Midwest Coast Network, 47 Family, we fuck with the LGBTQ plus community. You know what I'm saying? We have no problems with y'all. We have friends, family that are members. We want y'all to have the same rights as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We don't want y'all to be discriminated against. We don't want y'all to be hated. We don't want you to be hurt in any type of way. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? There's no but on that. That's period. You know what I'm saying? With that said, though, there are certain things that aren't accepted in gang culture specifically, right? Not just street culture, because there's gay dudes in the hood, there's gay women in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That is more accepted now, I would say. Back in my day, niggas was definitely homophobic to the motherfucker, but like niggas are getting out of that though. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's happening slower, but in gang culture specifically though, that shit is still a no-go. So what do you think when you see like or hear of rappers or gang member rappers specifically who either, you know what I'm saying, they get exposed, you know what I'm saying, through no fault of their own, maybe they wasn't ready to come out with that information and somebody else put it on them, you know what I'm saying, or maybe they don't give a fuck. Maybe they did come out on their own, like on some little WAP shit. Like, yeah, I'm gay, I'm bisexual now, you know what I'm saying? Or not now, or maybe he always has been, or I don't know if he's doing it for clout, because like you said, he did it right after the Isaiah Rashad shit, and he did it in a way that was like, are you making fun of them, or are you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost like, you're almost mocking them in a way, maybe, like, if you're not really about this, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's situations like that. And then you have Isaiah Rashad, he got leaked. Totally not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wasn't ready to come out with that information, like, that's not on anybody else to make that decision for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
He has his reasons for wanting to hide that. You know what I'm saying? If he was hiding it, like maybe he was just not speaking about it. That's not necessarily hiding it. That's just not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so however you want to look at it, like that was his choice and somebody took that choice from him. So that's fucked up, right?
Right.
So, but again, like, so now combine that, right? So like you have a gang member rapper who a video got leaked of him, you know what I'm saying, doing some shit. So again, not cool. That's against your choice. But you a gang member.
Right.
And we know, again, it's just like the snitching thing. Like if you're a regular citizen, the snitching rule makes no sense to you at all.
Right.
Because it shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not part of the shit that would require it to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of the same shit with this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where like now that like you said, we live in a different life now. Like we not young dudes like just wilding no more. You know what I'm saying? We gotten older, gotten responsible, met more people, been able to, you know what I mean, run across different people with different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. And like now I would say, like, although we don't have a problem hanging with them and like being friends with them and having them over at our crib and, you know what I'm saying, chilling and all that kind of stuff, I do still think there's certain environments we wouldn't take them to.
No, right.
You feel what I'm saying? So there's still going to be that certain level of,
that's out of love for them still.
True, because we know what type of scrutiny could come with that, for sure. But it's also, let's be real, for us too, because we don't need all the homies like, what you on, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because then
they're not as open.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that? Like, because again, it's part of the shit you sign up for. Is the point I'm making when I
was about to
connected.
say.
That's what I connected with the snitching shit. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Because again, to a civilian, the snitching rule shouldn't make sense, and it doesn't. But if you a gang member, you signed up to not snitch.
100%.
So it's sort of the same shit with the being LGBTQ and a gang member. Like, you signed up for gang membership and you know that that's not a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so what do you say to somebody who gets outed? I'm not talking about Isaiah Rashad because we agree that's fucked up. End of story. Not talking about Lil Wop because he came out on his own. End of story. You know what I'm saying? But this dude, I'm not gonna put his name out there because again, the whole shit was messed up. If you watch Clubhouse or whatever, listen to it, you're probably gonna know the story anyway. You know what I'm saying? But a rapper, gang member from LA was exposed on videotape doing gay stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. So he was exposed, but he a gang member. So
I don't believe just because he got exposed that just because he's a gang member, it takes away the fact that the nigga got exposed and that is fucked up. You know, I just want to say that first.
okay.
But I'm in full agreement with the fact that, well, two, you know, if you're gay.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I don't obviously they couldn't help that aspect of it, if my understanding, if that's how it works. I'm not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? But three, you know what going on with this shit, bro. Like, now if your partners, if your set of shit cool with that, then cool, bro. But like, you know what going on. Like, it's not one of those.
Yeah, like I don't know any sets that's like that. You know what I'm saying?
I've
like
heard of it, like it's an open.
Except for like you said earlier when we was talking about it, except for girls. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about lesbians being in the gang. That's fine. Like, but as far as gay dudes, that's out in damn near every set I know.
It's a gay gangbanger somewhere. He on YouTube. I forgot something. Like, I was scrolling and like it was just long. It was just like, this is weird shit. You know, you find weird shit on Instagram sometimes.
Hell yeah.
It was just
random shit.
Nigga was like, he said he bisexual. Nigga had color contacts. Nigga had the flag on. I think he was a GD. But and he was real like, yeah, woo, I'm this down. What the fuck niggas gonna do? Like, real open shit in there. The niggas know what's going on. All this shit. Like, what the fuck? But you sign up for that shit, man. There's not really too much like without, because I don't say the wrong thing. I ain't really trying to say the wrong thing to keep it a bucket. So I'm gonna be as really honest and plain and just be as.
That's why I was being very specific with how I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get it twisted. Like we don't hate nobody for real. Like we really have genuine love for, you know what I'm saying, for people in that community, for real. Like, and we really want like equal rights for y'all, like on some real shit. So like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is a separate conversation than what we're personally want. We talking about gang members.
I feel like back in the day when gangs just started and they was doing some good shit, I feel like as if they were still on that shit, it wouldn't be a problem. But like, this is one of those things that is so entrenched and like, and niggas is just very, very, very homophobic, like in gang culture. You know what I'm saying? It just in like some niggas might like, you know, there's definitely something like, hey nigga, watch out, my little brother gay or whatever. Like, you feel me? But it's not all of them. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
They might care about their little brother, but they don't give a really fuck about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the movement and shit like that. Like they don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying obviously there could be gay motherfuckers that's from the set, as far as like they've been like, as far as like LA or some shit. They've been living there all their lives and they gay, so they might chuck it up, but maybe they don't. Like I've never.
That's what I'm saying. Like it seems like that's completely not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so like at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you signed up for it, bro. So if you get DP'd, put off the fucking.
Yeah, I feel like you should just like if that's who you are. I don't want to say if that's what you want to do because I don't think it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? I think whatever leads to it is what leads to it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's your choice. Like I think because I'm not like anything I'm attracted to is not because I chose to be attracted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the parts of a woman that I like, I just like them. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't it's not like I made a decision like I'm gonna like titties one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just started liking them shit. So I'm like, oh shit. Like,
I'm gonna like a bitch shoulders today.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more like I just noticed like I keep being drawn in that particular direction. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm into. That's my shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Keep nibbling on
I assume it happens the same way for gay people. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, you know what I'm saying, look at the same gender and be feeling the same way I look when I see a nice pair. You know what I'm saying? Like it's probably the exact same feeling. So if it's like that, then yeah, you can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what causes that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, like, again, when you sign up for it with gang culture specifically, it's like you should either one, not get put on, like, or two, you know, you gotta make an exit at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really think like I'm not even necessarily saying like, cause I don't know how serious they take it as far as like, you can't live in the hood no more. Like, I don't think it's that, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just, you probably can't hang with us no more and you can't like claim to say, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think niggas would care if you really don't put in work though?
If you didn't really put in work and you didn't really have no name like that, probably not.
No, but you really have put in work.
If they found that out after the fact, yeah, I think niggas would still care. I think they do. I think, honestly, I feel like the only way that wouldn't apply is if you was in the pen. If you was in the pen, I feel like niggas will give you a pass for it more. But like just on the streets doing gay shit, like I don't think that's accepted even a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, I don't even know if that's like, cause I mean, realistically, like, gangs, like, it's not good, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like really nobody should be in gangs, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's probably good that gay people aren't in gangs, but at the same time, it's like the thought process behind it is more like, I don't even think it's like a hatred for gay people necessarily. What it is more like just perceived weakness, because like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think like, because I mean, I know this for sure, like it's some gay niggas out here that can scrap, that can, you know what I'm saying, go out here and fucking power lift, you know what I'm saying? It's gay professional wrestlers, you know what I'm saying, who out here fucking yoked up and shit like that, throwing niggas, you know what I'm saying? You can see them throw a punch and it's like, yeah, that's staged for wrestling, but he can throw a punch, you know what I'm saying? Like if he had to, like he knock a nigga out, like type shit. And he gay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we know it's niggas like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that gay people are weak by any means, but that's the perception, you know what I'm saying? Because gay dudes a lot of times are feminine, and femininity is weaker than masculinity, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to physical shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how it works, you know what I mean? So if you're a dude who's feminine, you're not strong. If you're not strong, you can't do what we need you to do versus the ops.
Right.
I think that's more what it is than, oh, that nigga gay. Oh, we don't like that shit. Like, I think that is that for some niggas, you know what I'm saying, for sure. But I think overall, the gang thing is more like we can't have that because
be a liability.
Exactly. I think it's kind of more that. What do you think?
I think it's a lot of niggas that's like C-Mac and it's not fucking with the gay shit.
Yeah, I think that's true too.
But
like I said, you know what I mean? I definitely think that's part of it for sure.
I feel like there are a good amount of niggas that have a wrong perception. What for you, guys?
No, you good, bro.
Wrong perception on like what they think gay is. You know what I'm saying, they might think a nigga weak or just like exactly how you said. I'm saying that, like, and it goes back to like I think it's just so deeply entrenched that like that shit is
and then, you know, black people are religious too, you know what I'm saying, like by nature, like even the criminals, them niggas still believe in God and shit like that. So
pray to him.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like they, like even Jadakiss in one of his bars, he said something like my enemies, yeah, I pray for them because if I ever see them, that'll be the day for them or something like that. So he's like, yeah, I'm praying for you. I'm praying I never see you because if I see you, I'm gonna kill you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's the excellent bar, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's sort of street niggas relationship with religion, but the religion is still there. So with that, I think is a lot of the anti-gay shit too. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, the Bible's homophobic than a motherfucker. So you know what I mean, like, and religion, like, you know, depending on how literal you want to interpret the text, you know what I'm saying, as far as whatever church you go to or whatever, will depend on how much they focus on that and how much like they kind of hate that, or
This is a video I want to show you.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
This is a video I want to show you about fuck up.
Yeah, that was about to be horrible.
Fuck. This is a video about I want to show you. It's I'm gonna send it to you. I haven't watched it yet, but it's basically about like it explains everything as far as religion and science and shit. It puts it all together and like my nigga, show it to my wife. I guess they say like it just explains everything. It makes everything so much clearer. Like, and I guess the synopsis is basically that we was all lit and turned up, you know what I'm saying, 13,000 years ago, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we fucked up. Instead of God saying fuck everything, and said fuck everything. So we give y'all a chance. You're gonna start from the beginning and start 13,000 years. Whoever has like, you know, basically reach back to this point of like, I don't even know how to goddamn say it.
We'll check it out. We'll check it out. We gonna watch that shit because that shit sound interesting. You know what I'm saying? We gonna check that out.
It's pretty interesting.
For sure.
Long story short is that shit is pretty fucking interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out for sure. But yeah, so I think it comes from multiple things that are all for the most part wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, but that doesn't mean that like the solution is like, all right, gang members, y'all should start accepting gay people. It's like, nah, the solution should be like, how do we stop gangs from having to be a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like that should be kind of the focus, you know what I'm saying? More so than let's stop gay people from, or let's allow gay people to join gangs. Oh, gangs are less discriminatory, but they still killing everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's still beef and shit going back and forth in the streets and niggas is getting shot and shit like that. Like, but you're allowing gay people to do it, so it's better. Like, no, like we should get rid of gangs.
Absolutely better.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? Yes, a more inclusive gang. Do you understand how much shit niggas would get away with? It's like it's okay. You know
it's okay. We had a gay dude with us.
You know what I mean? What do you
think he would commit a crime? Like, come on.
We got a black dude, an Indian. We start letting white people in, a Mexican and gays now.
See,
and they're all I'm gonna put that on the Crips. And they're all Crips, you know what I'm saying? Come on, they are together. That's unity, bro. Gangs are back to being good again.
I mean, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
that'd be a fire ass game. Two gang members for a trade. Ooh, for like a
banging.
Ooh, for a put on. Then like
yeah, punch like that if you want to. This big gay nigga gonna walk up and bah, nigga. Gonna have a big ass muscle with a heart tattoo right here, nigga. Sock the shit out of you.
Nigga gonna fight for real.
Right.
I'm talking about like 5 gay niggas, one and then one gay nigga in the middle, and they all fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like for like a put on, like like I'm saying that I promise you somebody's swinging like that. There's definitely all wrist.
Somebody gonna wrist him. You know
wrist him.
Ah, shit. All right, well, shit. You know, Ukraine and Russia. You know, shit. They tripping. Here's a couple of things though about the shit that y'all need to know.
So has there been any bombings?
I'm not gonna say that, but what I will say is a lot of the bombing video that they're using is not real bombing video. And when I say that, I mean that one of the videos, right, that went viral on Twitter, it was a dude in his apartment and he was with his girl, right? And they sounded like they had like maybe Canadian accents or something like that, but they said that they were The people who were reposting it said that they were Ukrainian. And they were like, damn, like, look at this shit. They looking out the window or whatever. He's videotaping it. All of a sudden, there's an explosion that goes off. Boom. And they're like, damn, that shit crazy. Like, but they're not tripping, right? Then all of a sudden, another big one go off. Boom. All of a sudden, they tripping. Now, they, oh, shit, blah, blah, what the fuck? Like, another big ass one. Boom. Like, and I'm like, damn, like, y'all just still standing there? Like, y'all like gonna do shit? Like, that shit looked like it's right there. It looked like they was in hell, bro. Like, that's what that shit looked like. It was nothing but fire everywhere around their building type shit. And he's just looking out like the window of his shit, like looking down on it all.
Nigga,
Leave, nigga, right? So I'm like, turns out that video was not a bombing of Russia and Ukraine, as it was stated all over the place. It was a video that was shot in either 2014 or 2015. It was in China, and it was a power plant that exploded. Wasn't no bombs, wasn't in Ukraine, and it wasn't yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That's one example. Another example, there was video game footage from, I forgot the name of the video game. It starts with an A. It's like 4 letters, but it was something 3, whatever the game was. And the shit looked real. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, video game graphics be on point now. But it was a video game. And they just put a clip of the video game out and said Russia just shot down this Ukrainian plane out the sky. Video game footage. You know what I'm saying? So it's shit like that that's happening. So I'm not saying that all the bomb footage is wrong, but there seems to be some bullshit, you know what I'm saying, in the air. 2, what they're not telling you, and this is something that I wanted to bring up because just in case anybody tries to, you know, say that this is a lie or a smear or anything like that, it's not. It's real. For sure, it's real. There's articles going back as far as 7 years explaining who these people are. And what their name is the Azov Battalion. Now, they're not calling them that right now. They're calling them, you know, the Ukrainian army or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're just, you know, using real generic terminology because they want America to be on the side of Ukraine right now if we go to war with them, you know what I'm saying? With Russia, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who these niggas are, though, the Azov Special Operations Detachment or the Azov Battalion is a right-wing extremist and neo-Nazi unit of the National Guard of Ukraine based in Mariupol in the Azov Sea coastal region. It saw its first combat experience recapturing Mariupol from pro-Russian separatist forces in June 2014. Azov initially formed as a volunteer militia in May of 2014 during the Odessa clashes. In November 2014, Azov was incorporated into the National Guard of Ukraine, and since then, all members are contract soldiers serving in the National Guard of Ukraine, which is their army. So they have literal neo-Nazis in their army. I saw a video today of some of these dudes talking. They self-identify as neo-Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, no, we're Nazis, motherfucker. Like, they said that the reason that that basically like nobody's done anything about them is because they do the bidding of the West. They just flat out admitted all of this, like on camera. They were like, yeah, we do the dirty work for the West, you know what I'm saying? And we like hurting people and we like killing people. So kind of works out for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And people trying to downplay the numbers. This is all the Nazi guy saying this, like on video. He was like, and for people trying to downplay the numbers, saying like, oh, it was only like 8% or 10% was neo-Nazis. He said, without us, 90% of the shit that happened during that coup that we threw in 2014 wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? That 8 to 10% of us, we did 90% of the work. So we did all that, basically. He's taking credit for the coup. He's flat out saying we are doing America's dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing the shit they want us to do. They want us to kill motherfuckers and hurt them, and we cool with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we're self-proclaimed neo-Nazis. And they said if they weren't there, then the whole thing would have turned into a gay parade. That was his quote. So these are the people that the media are trying to get us to feel sorry for. Oh, pray for Ukraine, and Saturday Night Live's doing candlelight vigils and shit at the beginning instead of their opening monologue. They're having the Ukrainian choir come out and sing, and they got candles and praying for Kyiv and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are neo-Nazis, bro. Not only that, all these refugees and people trying to flee the country and shit, guess who they're not allowing to do that?
Black folk.
What's that about? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get their people up out of there. So all the African people who live there, because, you know, people in Europe, you know what I'm saying, or in Ukraine specifically, like they're directly descended from like Nigeria and shit like that. Like they don't have no just Ukrainian black people that are just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not really a thing.
Right.
In other places in Europe they do, but not in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like so they're treating us fucked up over there. You know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers are Nazis and they're dissing gay people. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are the people that you want us to feel fucked up over, and we need to help them and all of this shit.
Right.
Because of Putin. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Putin's like, yo, my people, like, again, the Russian separatists, right? That's an important point in all of this. The Russian separatists are, so Ukraine used to be part of Russia.
Right.
When it was the Soviet Union. You know what I'm saying? When the Soviet Union got broke up and they became Russia and Ukraine, a bunch of the people in Ukraine basically who still live there, they still basically identify as Russian. You know what I'm saying? They still speak Russian as their first language, and they're Russian. You know what I'm saying? They just live in this little part of Ukraine.
Right.
It's just like, you know, Southern California or here or certain spots. If you go, you know what I'm saying? You'll damn near feel like you're in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Because culturally they have held on to their customs, and it's nothing but Mexican people in the neighborhood basically. And like everybody speaks Spanish and, you know, stuff like that basically. Right. So it's kind of like that over in Ukraine, where it's like, you know, they very, very much still identify as Mexican American, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're tapped in.
I got you. Yeah.
Same shit. You know what I'm saying? So these neo-Nazi motherfuckers basically have been giving them hell for like the last 7-8 years. So Putin basically said, yo, I'm claiming this part of Ukraine as Russia to save these motherfuckers from the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, not saying like he's completely innocent and he's just virtuous and all of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the narrative's being spun crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're making it seem like he just ran up in there, started dropping bombs and trying to take over land that didn't belong to him for absolutely no reason.
Right.
That's not true at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has a reason. Whether you agree with his reason or not is up for debate. But there is a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? Like the media has just been spinning this shit so crazy. And it's just like, I'm seeing wild shit. I'm seeing black people say, you know, pray for Ukraine and shit like that. I'm like, y'all know that we still don't have clean water in Flint, right? Like right now, 2022. How long we've been talking about this shit?
That shit crazy.
8 years or some crazy shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a minute since we've been talking about this shit. Like Obama was president when Flint got fucked up the first time, like, or when it was fucked up originally, you know what I'm saying? Because he went there and drank the water and said everything was cool, and it was still fucked up. And he didn't even really drink the water. He took a sip like this. If you really look at the shit on tape, he went like this. Like that motherfucker touched his lip on the water and was like, all right, cool. Like he didn't drink the water, motherfucker. You doing a publicity stunt, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To try to smooth the shit over, and motherfuckers are still out here dying. Flint's fucked up. Okay. Let's say, all right, cool. Put that one aside. We want to help people in the world. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We are arming Saudi Arabia, who's doing a genocide in Yemen right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all those people. We killed 1 million people in Iraq. Civilians. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all of them. You know what I'm saying? Afghanistan, how many people died? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, though, Libya, we turned that shit into a slave state. They're selling slaves in Libya right now because we took out Gaddafi. That was Hillary Clinton's project. She did that shit under Obama.
Damn.
So fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like that's what it is. But we got to save Ukraine because, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't let the media spin this narrative. They don't give a fuck about the Ukrainian people. All right. They're trying to do this shit for sympathy, and they know y'all will fall for it because there's a bunch of white people over there that look like you. And that shit hits a little different than a bunch of Arabs getting bombed or a bunch of Africans getting bombed. Sorry, that's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So that's what that is. And so, you know, like I said, just keep your eye on the ball with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just know they're going to be lying to you at every step of the way. Remember this episode, you know what I'm saying? When 20 years or whatever, and we find out like, oh shit, they were doing this shit because Russia supplies Europe with 30 to 40% of their energy, and that's bad business for US oil companies. So we kind of need a reason to fuck Russia over so that way we can get all that business for us. Like when you find out that's really what it's about, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they're trying to put a pipeline through certain places and things like that. Like when you figure all that out, like whenever y'all figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Just remember this episode. Remember your boy told you that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Anybody trying to save niggas in Ukraine, they don't give a fuck about people. All right. We might like individually, like, you know, y'all ain't do nothing to me personally. So like, I hope you don't, you know, but
it's a cold,
do the American government give a fuck about y'all? No.
It's a cold world.
So that's what's really going on. Just so y'all know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fake videos out there trying to make you think something that's going on that's not. You know, a lot of propaganda to make you think it's very one-sided evil when very mixed bag of bullshit going on over there.
Game shiesty, y'all.
And these motherfucking, the Ukraine army has a gang of neo-Nazis in it. You know what I'm saying? And they keep going, well, the president of Ukraine is Jewish and he had family members that died in the Holocaust. I'm like, that might be true. He also has a gang of neo-Nazis in his motherfucking army right now. Like, both things can be true at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obama was bombing the fuck out of Africa. His dad's from Africa. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, there you go. So, you know what I mean?
Very informative, I would say.
I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let the people know what to expect. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let the people know. Because without letting the people know, they'll be uninformed.
Speaking of English accents, if you really want to stay informed, I highly recommend subscribing to Russell Brand's channel. That nigga's smart than a motherfucker.
Russell Brand.
I love his channel. Like I learn a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? He's very good. He likes to do what I do.
Okay.
He likes to read between the lines. He likes to look for the stuff that they're not saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The things that are implied in the language that you might not necessarily catch if you're just like reading it at face value, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me reread that sentence. Why'd they say it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be little shit like that they do in the writing that allows them to get away with lying to you and telling the truth at the same time. Right. It was like that Cat Williams joke.
Yeah.
He was like, they just lie and tell the truth at the same time. Like, but they do that, like in the media. That's what I was telling somebody earlier. I was like, when you read these articles, right? About some shit, when they want you to think some shit, if the article is 8 paragraphs long, you got to get to paragraph 7 before they tell you the real shit. Damn near every time. You know what I'm saying? Back when it was Trump and Russia and all this shit, right? They'd be, so such and such just got indicted as a part of the Russia investigation, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was directly, you know, it was Trump's guy, you know what I mean? He did this for him, blah, 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 blah. It's a part of the Russia investigation. And, you know, Trump is being investigated for Russia, blah, blah, blah. All of that through the whole thing. Paragraph 7. As of right now, there's actually no evidence to suggest that blah, 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 blah has actually happened. But it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck was the first 6 shit? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, was the first 6 shits I just read. What is this shit right here? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned to read these. And that's why I'm typically able to kind of see behind what's going on. And I'm like, there's bullshit in the game right there.
Right.
I don't know what it is yet, but there's something that's fucked up right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucked up for sure right now, especially in what's going on right now. The world.
And then you got to think too, we're basically out of the COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? And it lifted the mask mandates. Like, anybody really talking about COVID no more. You know what I'm saying? Anybody scared of it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, we done with it. Like, all right, cool. We're going to live what it is, what it is.
Right.
We got some new shit to scare y'all with immediately. Oh, y'all think y'all going to calm down? No. And then remember what happened back in the day in like 2008. Remember everybody lost their cribs and shit like that? All them people. That shit finna happen again, bro. Like, soon. That shit is about to happen extra soon because a bunch of people was buying cribs again that they couldn't afford. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily through any fault of their own, but it was just like the way the loans were set up or whatever. It was in a way to where they could pay it off over a long period of time or in small increments or something like that. A lot of them shits is about to go bust. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna have the backing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're about to go to war and all this all type of shit. Like, where do you think the funding goes? Like, where you think all the banking money goes? It goes towards that shit. It's gonna get super ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gas finna go at like $10.
So, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just, you know what I mean? Be on your P's and Q's. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Don't let them trick you.
Don't let them trick you. You feel me? Like, just remember I said all this. Like, I was telling y'all that Trump was not gonna be in no trouble for Russia or none of that shit 4 years before he was out of office, damn near. They were saying that from day one. I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, y'all can go ahead and ignore this. Like, they're not going to find anything because there's nothing there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything they're doing is like that when they opened up the investigation and it was like, okay, it's not just a Russia investigation. Now it's also a financial corruption investigation. That's when I was like, okay, now y'all going to get some niggas because everybody in Washington is corrupt. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get whoever you want now. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's when they started getting everybody. But because it started as the Russia thing, everybody was still tying it to that. And they were saying, well, they indicted however many people. I'm like, yeah, but what did they indict them for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bank fraud and shit like that. Like, none of it had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, I be ahead of the curve sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Who told y'all first?
You know what I mean? You feel me? We're just trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Where can I get some merch at, bro?
Man, you can get some merch at Scully B. You know what I'm saying? On IG. Hit me directly on direct message. Directly on direct message.
You know what I'm saying? Don't leave a comment, bitch.
You dirty hoe. Twitter as well. Or you can get my phone at Fort. No, stop playing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. And but yeah, definitely just hit me on the direct messages on either one of those. And if you know me personally, you can actually use my number. Yeah. And I'll make sure I get it to you. I'm talking about make sense, you dumbass bitches.
There you go.
Respectfully.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely respectfully.
Absolutely.
Again, I hope we made everything that we were saying clear. You know what I'm saying? I just want to one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like to misconstrue, and I don't want that to happen. So again, Shane, Lasko, all representatives of the Midwest Coast Network, 47 family, high class hipster music, Midwest Coast, all of collective. We want equal rights. We want equal treatment. We want y'all to have love, all that. We were speaking from the perspective of active gangbangers. That's all. I just want to make that clear one more time. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I had for this episode, though. You know what I'm saying? Get some real talk out the way. Let these niggas know what's happening on the news. It's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And see what projects you got coming out with. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some shit. You know what I mean?
We got a lot of shit coming on the way. You know what I mean? You got something coming on the way.
We do.
But sorry to bother you, but I need to vent. Is my next project. That motherfucker is coming out sooner than later, probably next month.
Did you get that text I sent you with the suggestion?
Oh yeah, about putting one.
The one thing in front of the one thing.
I think the one you were talking about happened. I think that was a freestyle. I think it was pissed me off.
It might have been, but like
the only thing with that is like I planned on. I'm not gonna put. I can't put those on like all platforms because of the what you call it, because of the that's a song by Dirk. You know what I'm saying? It's not like and the other one is a song by Drake and shit. So
Okay, gotcha.
so like those are gonna get put on SoundCloud for surely, sure. But yeah. But that's why I wouldn't be able to do that. But aside from that, what you think about the project?
I like it, bro. I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot. It's just yeah, that makes sense now. Now that you wouldn't change that, because I just when I was listening to it, I was like, that's really the only thing I would change. It's like I like the rest of the order. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I don't know. That one just has that energy to like kick it off right. You know what I'm saying? And because it's freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it can be an intro. Like you can because you're just going. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, aside from that, the project's fire though. Like I'm ready to put that shit out.
Man, for sure. It's a real vulnerable project, you guys.
Yeah, you're gonna get to know this nigga for sure.
I was about to say it's gonna be a lot of shit that you're gonna know that I probably don't want y'all to know, but I think it's necessary for me to get it out.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Show a different side of your boy. After that, I think after that, probably my next drop will probably be me and K, Pacino and De Niro.
Yeah,
or it's gonna be called.
That's hard, just so you know. That's super hard.
It's gonna be called.
Dang, I got motherfucking mosquito bites. What is this shit? Anyway.
I don't know exactly what it's gonna be called, but it might be that. And after that, me and Miles working on some. Me and my brother's working on some. I got a lot of projects I plan to drop before 2023 and before 2022 ends. So, y'all just stay tuned, man. I might even got down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who knows?
Do some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
I'm gonna drop a project at some. I'm probably gonna drop 2 joints this year. I'm probably gonna do one like mixtape joint, and then I'm gonna do my album. My album's done basically. I think I just little finishing touches type shit, but like I can listen to that bitch all the way through pretty much. So, you know, he was there. Yeah, it was like 3 of them, I think.
You know what I'm saying? So when they get it, I'm saying put the finna touch on that bit, it on me like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
What the name of that bit is?
You know what? I still ain't got a name for it.
Wow.
I still ain't got a name for that one.
Nigga, Shane Greatness, nigga.
That's hard.
It's terrible,
actually. No, but like the G could mean different things. Like it could be
Shane Gotti.
Like the project could be Shane G, you know what I'm saying? Just by Shane G, and then like just variations of like Shane
Guerrero.
Like the G could just mean like the whole background of the album could just be Shane with different last names that start with G.
That's hard. Shane Guerrero should be the one for. No, I'm saying we're talking about that. You know what I'm saying? The other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shane Garoppolo.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to Eddie. R.I.P. That's all we got for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Midwest Coast Podcast and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 47 family and all that. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't tell on your homies. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the takeaway for sure. You know what I mean? If you're not trying to be part of a certain lifestyle, you should not get involved. I highly encourage you not to, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't ready for all the consequences that come with it. Yeah, definitely stay in school, get your education. You can actually do both, like me, you know what I'm saying? Do dumb shit and do smart shit.
But let's just focus on the smart shit.
Definitely focus on the smart shit. I'm not encouraging anything crazy. Yeah. We out though. Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, don't forget, follow me at Lasko_Bills on Twitter. Follow me at SKOLI_B on Instagram. And please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.
I don't know where I'm gonna put it on the screen, but it's gonna be on one of these places I'm pointing. Maybe right here, because it's probably a good spot right here. Yeah. Put it right there. All right. Peace.